If you've been watching the Charlotte housing market and wondering where things are headed next, this week's numbers give us a pretty clear signal. I'm Patrick Kennedy. I'm a Charlotte, North Carolina real estate agent. I help buyers and sellers and relocation clients make smart moves to the Charlotte area every single week. If you want some help with your specific situation, the best way to reach me is to call or text me at 984-306-5668 or email me at patrickkennedy@costellorei.com. You can check the links in the description below for other ways to get in touch. All of the data I'm about to share is based on information from the Canopy MLS for the period ending January 24th, 2026, and this covers the Charlotte region, not just the city of Charlotte. This is a weekly update, so instead of just reading stats, we're going to be really looking at what changed from last week and what that tells us about the potential momentum in the market. Before we jump into the local numbers, I want to talk briefly about what people are hearing in the news right now. Over the past couple of weeks, mortgage rates have hovered around 6%, which is the lowest range we've seen since late 2022. That drop has already led to an increase in mortgage applications across the nation. At the same time, consumer confidence is still a little bit shaky, so buyers are cautious, but they're not gone. And here locally in Charlotte, we continue to see strong job growth and business investment, which tend to support long-term housing demand. So the big picture right now is this: affordability is improving slightly. Uncertainty is still in the headlines, but the fundamentals here in Charlotte are remaining solid. Now let's bring it back to what actually happened in Charlotte market this past week. We're going to start with new listings. In the past week, the new listings came in at 913 homes. That's down from the prior week when we saw just over 1,069 new listings. This tells us the big surge of sellers we saw earlier in January leveled off just a bit, but maybe just temporarily. Now here's the more important number for the week, which is pending sales. This pending sales increased to 937 homes. Last week that number was closer to 875. So even with fewer new listings coming on the market, buyer activity actually picked up. Inventory also continued to rise. Our active inventory sits at just over 10,250 homes. That's slightly higher than last week and still significantly higher than this time last year. What's important here is that inventory is rising, but not faster than buyer demand. On the pricing side, nothing dramatic has changed, and that's a good thing. The median sales price remains at around $400,000, which is up 3.9% for year over year. Homes are still taking longer to sell than during the pandemic and what we call the frenzy years. Average days on market are around 60 days, and homes are selling for about 94% of their original list price. This confirms that we're still in a market where negotiation and strategy matter. So when we compare this week to last week, here's the big takeaway. Sellers pulled back slightly, buyers stepped in a little more aggressively, and inventory continues to build at a manageable pace. This combination usually signals a market that's finding its balance, not stalling out. For buyers, this means a little more options and more leverage than we've seen in recent years. For sellers, it means buyers are active, but pricing and preparation are going to matter more than ever. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to the Charlotte area and want some help understanding what this week's changes might mean for you, I'd be happy to help. You can call or text me at 984-306-5668. You can email me at patrickkennedy@costellorei.com. Use the links in the description below. There's a couple ways to get in touch. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next week's update. And remember, the more you know.